Hi YouTube, this is T Keys back with another video. I'm going to do the 2-5-1 in the key of C major, but I'm going to do it in a more advanced, jazzier way. I'm going to start with the scale. C is your 1, D is your 2, E is your 3, F is your 4, G is your 5, A is your 6, B is your 7, back to C, which is your 1. Okay? Now, when I explain the 2-5-1, I may jump around in different scales just to show you how I get certain chords, or how I make certain chords of things, or how I've learned things over the years. So it may seem a little complicated or more in depth of past videos that I've done on my other channel, but I just want to give you a more advanced way to practice and show you how I do things. So let's get started. First of all, like I said, I talk in numbers and not note names. So when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, if I say the 2, 5, 1, I'm referring to the D, G, and the C. But instead, I'm talking 2, 5, 1, okay? Now, in theory, we know that in a C major scale, or in any scale, the 1 should be a major chord. This is most times now. The 1 should be a major chord. The 2 should be a minor chord. The 3 should be a minor chord. The 4 should be a major chord. The 5 should be a major chord. The 6 should be a minor chord. The 6 should be a diminished. And back to 1, which should be a major chord. So let's start with the 2. It should most times be a minor chord, okay? So we know that this 2 is a D. It should be a minor chord. So let's take a look at the D chord. It should be some type of minor chord. So let's go look at the D major scale first of all. Okay? D is your 1. Let's look at the D major scale. D is your 1, E is your 2, F sharp is your 3, G is your 4, A is your 5, B is your 6, C sharp is your 7, and D is your 1. We're just going to break down this scale just to show you how I can make this D a minor chord, okay? So I just broke down the D major scale, okay? Now let's make things simple and let's just find the D major chord, the D major triad, which is the 1, the 3, and the 5, okay? But in the C major scale, we don't need the D to be a major chord. We need it to be a minor chord because it's on the 2, okay? So to find a minor chord, we need to flat the 3rd. In any major scale, to find a minor chord, we know that we need to flat your 3rd. So in a D major scale, we need to flat our 3rd. So now, since we flatted our 3rd, we took it down by a half step, we have a D minor chord, okay? Now while we're here in this D major scale, I'm going to go ahead and extend it and show you how I'm extending this chord to show you how I'm about to get this chord that I'm about to get in this C major scale. So continuing on in this D major scale, okay, I'm going to go ahead and extend this scale. When I say extend this scale, that means I'm repeating the same D major scale, but I'm extending the numbers, okay? So look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And instead of calling D 1, I'm calling it 8. But I'm still doing the same D major scale, but I'm just extending it. And I'm doing the same scale, but I'm extending the number. So instead of calling this 1, I'm calling it 8, 9. So this is 9, 10, 11, and I'm going to stop at 11, okay? So now, this is our D minor chord, okay? This is our D minor 7 chord. You remember I said this was 9? Remember I said on an extended scale, this was our 9? This is our D minor 9 chord. So if you ever hear people talk about the minor 9 and the minor 11s, that's all they did was extend the scale, okay? So I'm going to use this chord, so that's why I want to go ahead and explain it to you now. And remember I wanted to stop at the 11, so now ahead and explain this chord to you while I was here to show you how I got the D minor 11th chord, alright? Now, I'm going to take away the D because I'm going to let the bass player play the D, but in case you don't have a bass player, you can play this whole chord. You can play this chord like this, and you can play the bass with it if you want to. In this exercise that I'm showing you, in this tutorial that I'm showing you, you can play this all together if you want to. You can play this D in your left hand, but I'm gonna give you a two-hand voicing where you can let the D be played by your bass player. But for this purpose right now, I'm gonna let the D go and let the bass player play it, and I'm gonna play the F, A, C, E in my left hand. And don't forget about the G. I'm just gonna release it for now, but in my left hand I'm gonna play F, A, C, E, alright? And the bass player is playing the D. That's the 2. So this is how we're starting off getting our two-hand voicing. Now, our right hand is free, so what do we do? What key are we playing? And I'm going back to the key of C now. So since we're in the key of C, this is something that I've learned in my years of doing research and studying music. We can play a C major triad in our right hand, in Indian version, okay? So there goes that G again. See, I didn't forget about the G. We can play a C major chord in the second inversion to make this sound real jazzy. Okay? So, on our 2, I'm going to call out the notes for you. In our left hand we have F, A, C, and E. In our right hand we have G, C, and E. And our bass is D, which is the 2. But in our right hand you can play any inversion. Okay? So without playing the bass and the bass player playing with you, this is a F major 9. But if you wanted to play it all, this is a D minor 11. See, this goes back to what I just showed you previously. If you want to play it all together, this is a D minor 11th chord. If you had to play the bass along with it, if you didn't have a bass player. But if you do have a bass player, this is an F major 9 chord. Okay? Alright, now we're going to the 5. And all I did was take that same chord that I did in my left hand on the 2 and drop the C to the B. So in my left hand I have F, A, B, and E now. But let me explain what I'm doing in my right hand. The chord is B, E, and A. And also know before I go and explain what I'm doing, that your 5 chord is some type of major or dominant sounding chord. It's going to be resolving back to the 1. So just know that your 5 is going to be leading you back to your home note, which is in this case is going to be C. But I'm going to explain how I'm getting this chord right here. It may seem a little complicated. I'm about to go into 2 different keys with you, but I don't want this to seem too much for you or too complicated, but I'm going to show you how I'm getting this chord. Okay? Now, what you want to do is go to the 5th tone of the key that you're in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is your G. You want to go to the G, and then you want to go to the 3rd tone of that key. Okay? So first you want to go to the 5th tone of the key that you're in, which is G. And then you want to go to the third tone of G. So the third tone of the G major scale, I'm going to do the whole G major scale first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. You have to know all your scales to understand theory. The more you know your scales, the better music will be for you, okay? So the third tone of G is B. 1, 2, 3, okay? So that's the first note of that chord. So that's the first note. And now you have to find fourth intervals. So by finding the fourth intervals, you have to know your scales. So I'm going to do the B major scale first of all, and then we're going to find a fourth interval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a fourth. Okay? And that's the second note. See? That's a fourth. And now we're going to find do the E major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So let's find a fourth from E. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a fourth. So that's how I got this chord. Okay? So those notes again are in your left hand, F, A, B, and E in your left hand. Your right hand, B, E, and A. And your bass is G, which is the 5. Which leads you back to where? Home. The bass in your left hand, okay? But for this purpose, I'm just going to leave the bass off. All right? In your left hand, you have E, G, and A. In your right hand, you have B, D, okay? G. I'm going to play it all together. So you just have to practice this, and you have to practice it in every key. So I can take this up to another key. Alright? So I hope you got something out of this lesson. I hope I didn't confuse you too much. But I just want you to take this and work on it in every key and just use it, okay? I hope you enjoyed. Continue watching my videos. God bless you. Come back and see me.